Welcome, everyone. Hi, my name is Barbara Moreno, and I'm the Client Services Manager for DC Go. And today we have our webinar on how to boost your commuter benefits. Thank you so much for joining us. So let's touch a little bit on our agenda for today. So I'm going to give you a brief overview for those that are unaware of DC Go and school services, and then we'll dive right into the meat of the presentation and talk about the DC Commuter Benefits Law and how it impacts you, why you should care about commuter benefits, how you can leverage open enrollment season, which is coming right up, and how you can upgrade your commuter benefits programs. I'll, of course, leave time at the end for next steps and for questions. So with that, I think we should go ahead and get started. All right, DC Go and school services. So for those that are unaware, DC Go is an initiative of the District Department of Transportation. We are a leading resource for transportation information and options. And the reason we do that is because we want to encourage the use of sustainable transportation. And one of the best ways, as you all know, as educators, is to educate people and give them information on sustainable transportation. We also offer complimentary transit resources and consulting services to DC organizations, including schools. And ultimately, we do all of this, the information, the services, encouraging sustainable transportation, because our ultimate goal is to serves to decrease traffic congestion, improve air quality, and create a better quality of life in the DC area. A little bit more about school services. So, school services provides complimentary consultations to DC public, private, and charter schools. So that is all schools. I am not exclusive to only helping public schools, or charter schools, or anything like that. I'm here to provide assistance to all schools in the district. And I help them in one of two ways. One, either implement and enhancing commuter benefit programs for staff, which is what this webinar is about, or I'm there to encourage staff, students, and families to use sustainable transportation. Here's my contact information. I will be sharing the slides after this presentation. So please make sure to reach out to me if you have any questions on anything. If you don't have time at the end for your questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. That is my email. I've been with DC Go for about 2 years, and that's my phone number as well. Happy to field any calls you might have about any questions you have around school transportation. And with that, we can go ahead and get started on the DC Commuter Benefits Law. So I'm not sure how many of you have heard of this, but it did come from the Sustainable DC Act of 2014, which was created to reduce traffic and pollution by encouraging transit use. And it was also created to make commuting more affordable. That means that as of January 1, 2016, which we are definitely after, employers, and that includes schools, with 20 or more employees, and I do want to note that those 20 employees include part-time employees. So if you only have 15 full-time employees and 5 part-time employees, you are, you do have to follow this law. And this law states that if you have 20 or more employees in DC, that you must offer access to one or more transit benefit options. And that can include employee paid pre-tax benefit, which is the most popular, employer paid direct benefit, and employer paid provided transit. I'm going to go a little bit more into each of those on the next slides. All right, option 1, the most popular one, employee paid pre-tax benefits. So option 1 allows employees to deduct up to $270, which is the federal limit, pre-tax from their paychecks every month for transit fares, so that they can deduct up to $270 each month pre-tax for transit fares, which is a pretty good amount. And because they can deduct so much, they can actually end up saving money. And they can save about 40% of what their normal transit cost would cost them had they not taken the money out pre-tax, right? So if they had just used the money post-tax and still decided to take transit, it's actually a negative experience for them. They actually end up losing money. They had just taken out pre-tax, it works out better for them. in addition to the employees saving money, the employers also save money. They actually save money on payroll taxes. And these funds, the pre-tax funds that they put away, up to $270, they can be used on all sorts of public transportation. So a lot of times when people think of public transportation, they actually think of just kind of metro, buses, but it's actually a lot more than that as well. So of course, take these circular to work, take Metro bus to work, take Metro rail to work. We can also take the commuter rail, so the MARC train, the VRE train, all of that counts under public transportation and you would be able to use those $270 towards your ticket purchases on those as well. Another thing that people are not aware of that public transportation covers are van pools. And so van pools is very similar to carpools. So it would be a way for employees to kind of pool their money together and rent out a van with the assistance of the employer, that they would then kind of create a van pool, right? Figure out other employees that live nearby and use that van and use their pre-tax money to fund the gas money, the monthly charges for the van use, so that they can travel to and from school using the van. It's a great option. And again, when I send the slides out, please don't hesitate to reach out to me with any questions you might have on the van pool. Right, option 2, employer paid direct benefit. So this means that employers would pay for the benefit. So employers can either subsidize up to the IRS limit, so that's the $270 tax-free. This allows employers to really offer a more competitive benefits package. Not a lot of employers do this. So by providing this, you kind of automatically are enhancing your commuter benefits and your just general benefits program, because not a lot of employers provide this to their staff. Additionally, you can also provide a transit subsidy of your choosing up to the IRS limit. So it could be up to $270 that you subsidize. And so this is great for employees, right? So the employee doesn't have to worry about taking transit and worried about how to pay for it, because the employer will pay for it for them. One big thing to note in this option 2, is that you can mix and match. So a lot of employers choose to provide a subsidy of $50, $100. That right makes it a little bit easier, makes it more enticing for employers to take transit, and then allows them to deduct the remaining. Let's say they offer $100, the remaining $170 can still be deducted from the pre-tax transit benefits from just their paychecks. So you can mix and match, and that is another great way to kind of provide a more comprehensive benefits package. And of course, option 3 is an employer-provided transportation option. So this allows employers to provide a service at no cost to the employees. So the employees just kind of get to use this option and not have to worry about any cost, which again is a great benefit. You don't have to worry about anything, don't worry about doing any math or anything like that as to how much it would cost. You kind of just get to ride the shuttle service from a nearby transit or provide van pool service at no cost to the employees. These are great options because a lot of places, right, would love to promote transit to commute to and from school, but a lot of schools that I personally work with, right, have a metro that's just a little bit too far from the school. And so this would be a great way to not only provide assistance to your staff, but also to your students, right? If it's too far for your staff to walk from the metro, it's probably also a little bit too far for your students to walk from the metro. So this is a great option that helps you tackle both concerns all in one time. And how do you comply? So to comply with the DC Commuter Benefits Law is pretty simple. All you have to do is implement one of the 3 commuter benefit options that I provided and detailed in the previous slides. You can either set up smart benefits in-house, which would be the free option to be able to do pre-tax benefits really at no cost to the employer, or you can use a third-party benefits administrator. Some people, right, might already have an FSA on another platform. It might just be easier, right, to add that on. But if you're new and this is the first real kind of benefit that you're providing, smart benefits is a great way to go about it. You'll then set up your payroll deductions or determine kind of what kind of subsidy funding you want to do. And then, of course, you want to make sure you let your employees know about the wonderful benefits that they're not going to have. If you're looking for a really detailed kind of step-by-step guide, I highly recommend it. And I'll make sure to send this along as well in the post-webinar follow-up, our Employer Commuter Benefits Toolkit. It is a wonderful resource that kind of walks you through everything that you need to do in order to implement and increase commuter benefits at your school. So I'll make sure to send that out in addition to the slides when we wrap this up. So why commuter benefits? That is an excellent question. So there are many benefits to commuter benefits. So for employees, it's really good for the environment, right? So if they are really kind of focused on the future of their students, we need a good, clean environment. And so public transit has been proven to provide that. And so it's a great way to kind of match those morals up. It also promotes, using public transit, promotes healthier habits. So I don't know if you know, but people who use public transit are more likely to get the 20 minutes of daily physical activity that is recommended. So it's a great way to kind of be able to just an easy way to get active. And of course, as I mentioned, you can save a lot of money as an employee. You can save up to 40% on commuting costs, more if the employer provides a transit subsidy. And of course, you can save time, right? If everything's kind of set up for you, you don't have to think about it. The commute all of a sudden becomes easier, less stressful. You just get to work and you can start working immediately. And for employers, of course, it helps to attract top talent, right? When people are really looking at job offers, really looking at the whole package, right? Not just salary, but also the benefits. This, as I mentioned before, not a lot of employers are offering transit subsidies. So that's a great way to make yourself stand out. Also, another great way to keep your employees, right? So as employees are thinking, if they have really good benefits, including great commuter benefits, that helps them stay as well. Additionally, if you're kind of a green-centered, green-focused company, by providing commuter benefits, you are helping to meet your sustainability goals. So you're, again, two birds, one stone. And of course, you have your payroll tax savings, you save money on commuter benefits, or by providing commuter benefits. And of course, as I mentioned, you help with sustainability goals and reduce your carbon footprint. So as a school, I know we're all focused on the future and the future of our students. And it's a great way to show that your dedication to the future. All right, so let's talk about leveraging open enrollment season. All right, so how can GoDCCo help you leverage open enrollment season? So it's coming up, very exciting. We want to make sure that you all have the resources necessary to really make a dent, really make a difference on commuter benefit enrollment this open enrollment season. So one way that GoDCCo can do that is by providing custom marketing materials. So these are all free and at no cost. So if you're really looking to provide more information on public transit and other commuter benefits to your staff, we highly, highly recommend that you reach out to us or go to our website, godcco.com, and just look at our resources. They're all free. You can download them, print them, send them along in emails. They're really great. We have tips for riding Metro Rail, whether it's in the pandemic or just kind of wayfinding. We can also create custom ones specifically for your location and your school. They're called Get Around Guides. We can give you specific instructions for people looking to commute via more sustainable modes like transit or biking. Again, reach out to me. My contact information is in the presentation. I'll be sending it out after we're done here. But this is a great way to just kind of start getting the word out about how great sustainable transportation is and how great commuter benefits are. One of the most popular GoDCCo services is actually our brochure ordering. So of course, again, this is also free. And you can order. Again, we really want to focus on educating people, right? They want to know, all right, what is the nearest metro stop? What is the next bus stop? When does the bus run, right? The more you can provide this information for them as they're making these decisions, the easier it is for them to make that decision ultimately to enroll in commuter benefits. And so we offer a brochure ordering service for free, again, at no cost to your school. You can order Metro Rail guides, bus schedules, and more. All you have to do is head over to godcgo.com and we'll package that up for you and send it to your school. So again, if you have any questions about this, don't hesitate to reach out. Barbara.moreno@godcgo.com. One of our most school-focused pieces of materials is a sustainable transportation plan, right? So of course, right, you want to start promoting it, promote sustainable transportation, promote commuter benefits, but how? Where do I start? What are the ways that we can do this? How can we support staff and students and families who want to take sustainable transportation to and from school? Well, I would recommend filling out a sustainable transportation plan. It's only about, 2 pages long, so really more of a guide, but it really helps you kind of gather your thoughts and really start thinking clearly about the areas you want to focus on, and also gives you specific strategies that you can start implementing to start reaching your sustainable transportation goals. So whether it's improving your commuter benefits, starting a capital bike share membership, promoting walk to school day, whatever it might be, you can put those strategies all in one place, and then you can always reference it later on in the year as you kind of go through the school year. Again, this can also be found under the resources tab on our godcgo.com website. Right, so capital bike share membership. So for the DCPS staff that are on this call, you can get a free $0 annual capital bike share membership, which is wonderful. They're normally $85. Please take advantage of it. I can definitely send you information as well post this webinar. And if you're a charter or private school on this call, we actually can help you find a way to offer a similar benefit that DCPS offers to their staff by helping you become a capital bike share corporate member. And so the way that would work is that we'd figure out a plan that works best for your school, and you can either subsidize it fully or partly for your staff capital bike share membership. So it's a great way to increase biking, make biking more accessible to your staff, really increase those sustainability goals and hit those sustainability goals. So if you're interested in this, don't hesitate to reach out, barbara.moreno@godcgo.com. Happy to walk you through the process and get your school signed up. All right. This is one of my favorite ones for really kind of providing support to schools as they're looking to increase their commuter benefits enrollment during this open enrollment season, is providing event assistance. So we can either support an existing event. So if you have a benefits fair or anything like that that's happening at DC, at your DC school, we can table, I can show up and bring my brochures, all that good stuff, and just kind of answer any questions your staff might have about commuter benefits. So very easy, just kind of come and be part of an existing event that you already have on the schedule. Or we can work together to figure out an event that we can put on the schedule, right? Maybe we want to lunch and learn. Maybe, right, commuter benefits are really new to your school. You just would like someone to kind of walk them through the process and really be able to answer any of those nitty-gritty transportation questions. Well, we can absolutely do that. We can do a lunch and learn, and we can be in attendance to answer any questions. We can also do office hours, virtual office hours. People can just kind of drop by, let me know of any questions they might have. Anyways, there are many options for events, and I highly recommend taking advantage of this free service. We'll show up, we might even bring food for the lunch and learns, so we can make it a really great time for both you and your employees and the school staff there. All right, so in terms of next steps, I would really like it if we could visit godcgo.com. I highly recommend it and really kind of just do a little bit of learning, learn about kind of what we do, the services that we provide. And then if any of those pique your interest and you're like, oh, this sounds great, or you just are really excited and really want to move on to the next step, you'll find, of course, all the resources you need there. And if you need even further support, you can contact me directly. There's a calendar actually on godcgo.com/school where you can actually just quickly set up a meeting with me and we can kind of start the conversation about sustainable transportation at your school. All right, well, thank you so much. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me, barbara.moreno@godcco.com. Thank you so much for being here. I absolutely enjoy working with the schools. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out, and I look forward to working with all of you during this open enrollment season.